Alright, so I think I'm live now. So what we're doing today is I'm going to be studying using this textbook here. And right now I'm still in the beginning of the book. Right now we're doing, you can see, like, na shaped, na type um, additives. So what I'll be doing, I won't be commenting so much this time because I will be trying to memorize these words. I know it's not very clear, and this is 10 WP, but I think I need 4K to be able to read the country very clearly. You can kind of see it. I'm sorry if it hurts your eyes. So let me know if if there's something else I could do to fix this. I tried several things, but that was all I could think about. And also, I will be using I have the web browser up right now. So if I see a word I don't know the meaning, I'm going to be looking it up in the dictionary. And I want to talk a bit quickly about that before I start. So let's say, for example, I think there's a second one, which maybe it's hard for you to see, but maybe you can read the katakana, the hiragana, which is ogaya, ogosakana. So if you don't know what that means, which you probably, well, you might, but I don't. I have to look it up. Is you're gonna go to your browser and you're gonna type it up. What is it again? Ogo sokana. Ogo sokana. And then you're gonna look it up. And then I like to write this too. So what Google's gonna do, which is kind of helpful, is it's gonna show you a possible meaning of the word with the emphasis on a possible meaning. And in this case, Google is wrong. So actually what you want to do is look at dictionaries, right? Like this one here. It'll give you several different words that might fit the situation. And you can get a better idea of what the meaning of the word is. Okay, so in the example in the textbook, let me just read it out to you. It says, 教会で厳かに結婚式が行われた。Which means that in the church there was a 厳かな wedding ceremony that happened. So if you look about a word you would associate with wedding ceremony, you might be looking more interested in words like maybe dignified or solemn, maybe sober, which is a better definition than what Google says, which is solely, which doesn't make any sense at all in this context. Now, in Google, you are able to give some feedback, right? You can say, actually, this word is wrong. However, personally, I don't do that because I trained and I've also done translation. And if the computer can do everything for you, it kind of kills the job of the translator. So I do not submit changes to Google personally. But what I'll do is I'll keep track of these kind of changes, and then I'll take a note, mental note, or a note on a paper pad. It's been said that it's better to write down. Whenever you're studying, it's better to write it down by hand because the physical aspect of writing rather than typing is more effective for memory. So I might be doing that this stream, but right now I don't have a notepad. I won't be my setup right now is like this is on my lap, right? So I don't really have anything to place to write. So I will be using the computer if I want to make any notes. Okay, so without further ado, I'm going to start. So I'll be mostly quiet and speaking to myself. Well, I already am speaking to myself, but I mean, I'll be murmuring to myself, I guess, while I try to. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look at the words here, and then I'm going to cover this and try to read it correctly. And then I'm going to be checking. I'm going to be reading these sentences as well, so I can try to find the meaning. And when I don't have the meaning, I'll look it up. So I was for this particular page, I've already looked up those words, but I will be doing it for this page. If there's any words I don't know, yeah, well, anyway, we'll get to that when we get there. Okay, so after I've done this, over here there's a quiz. So I'll be trying to match the numbers to the letters. I'm not going to do it now because I need to remember the shape of the kanji, and I need to remember the meaning. And once I've done that, then I will use this to double check. If I do it now, I'll probably make mistakes, so I don't want it to. I'm going to do it as a review. Once I've done, I'm going to if I've memorized everything. Okay, so I'm going to start doing that. Uyakana. I don't remember. Oh, wait. Here's what it's. Orokana. Gosoyakana. Maybe I should bring my mic a little closer, because you won't be able to hear me. Right, let me just fix that. Right. So right now I'm holding my webcam in my hand. Orokana. Ogorakana. Takimina. Takimina. Mijimena. Awarena. Takana. Asayakana. Okay, and then I start again. Urakana. Urakana. Uyakana. Takimina. Mijimena. Awarena. Takana. Uraya. Asayakana. Urakana. Ogayakana. Ogosokana. Orokana. Ogosokana. Takimina. Mijimena. Awarena. Sakana. Azayakana. And it's quiet. Ogayakana. Odayakana. Urakana. Ogosokana. Urakana. Ogosokana. Takimina. Mijimena. Awarena. Sakana. Azayakana. Odayakana. One thing I want to note is that all of these kanji are kind of like irregular readings of those particular kanji. Example, this is like thin, but it's read as goma. So they're all like irregular readings of these words, of these kanji. Well, not all of them, most of them. Light. Let me just see if I can fix the. Okay, that's better. Okay. If I use this hand, I'm kind of blocking the light, so you can't see. Let me just double check here. Okay, yes, that's fine, I guess. Okay. Urakana, ogosakana, takimina, mijimena, awarena, sakana, azayakana, odayakana, gomayakana. This is healthy. The reading is different. That's sugoyakana. Urakana, ogosakana, takimina, mijimena, awarena, sakana, 鮮やかな、穏やかな。Alright, ごまやかな。So to remember this one, I have to think about goma seeds, which is what's it called in English again? Goma is sesame. Sesame seeds are very small. They're not very thin, but they're very small. So I'm going to use that as a technique to remember goma here. Alright. おごさん、おごそかな。巧みな、いじめな、哀れな、盛んな。鮮やかな、穏やかな、細やかな。しこや、しこや、しこ、しこ。I don't have an idea for remembering. Okay, let's try again. 愚かな、遅かな、巧みな、いじめな、あぶれな。あ、OK、あぶれな、盛んな、鮮やかな、穏やかな、細やかな、しごやかな。Yes. This isn't haya. This is the difference. It's sumi. 速やかな。和やかな。和やかな。So for this one, I used the town of Nagoya, which is kind of peaceful compared to a big city like Tokyo or Osaka. 和やかな。華やかな。That's regular reading, I think. 華やかな。This is yuru. I think it's yuru, but it's completely different. It's, is it? Ah, it is yuru. Okay. Start again. 愚かな。遅かな。おこそがな。ごそかな。愚かな。おこそな。巧みな。いじめな。哀れな。盛んな。鮮やかな。穏やかな。細やかな。しごやかな。速やかな。和やかな。和やかな。華やかな。緩やかな。I think the meaning is not loose though. It's like 緩やかな乗り坂をのんびりと歩く。So it's smooth. It's easy. Okay. If you watch idols or anime, maybe you know Seiso. This is the same kanji, but the reading is different. It's kiyo. Kiyora kana. 愚かな。遅かな。巧みな。いじめな。哀れな。盛んな。あやかな。穏やかな。細やかな。しごやかな。速やかな。和やかな。華やかな。緩やかな。清らかな。This one's irregular too. It's not ochi. It's su. Naめらかな。愚かな。おごそかな。巧みな。いじめな。あれは、哀れな。盛んな。鮮やかな。穏やかな。細やかな。しこやかな。速やかな。和やかな。華やかな。ゆるやかな。清らかな。What's this? 滑らかな。This is not like, it's ほがらかな。ほが。うん。おらかな。おらかな。forgot. おごそうかな。巧みな。惨めな。哀れな。盛んな。早かな。穏やかな。細やかな。健やかな。速やかな。和やかな。華やかな。緩やかな。清やかな。Right. 愚かな。おごそかな。巧みな。惨めな。哀れな。盛んな。鮮やかな。穏やかな。細やかな。健やかな。速やかな。和やかな。華やかな。緩やかな。清らかな。滑らかな。ほがらかな。ほがうん。ほがほ。月並みな。月並みな is interesting. It's well, I don't know how to explain it. Tsukinami would be like seeing a row of moons, or maybe just look at the moon. And it's interesting to see that. Oh, another word to look at is also it's Monday. So tsukiyami it means like boring or everyday. So Monday, you could say like Monday is an everyday normal day, or the moon is very ordinary. It's an interesting way of looking at the moon, especially because like you might have heard like in Japan there's you say instead of saying I love you, like you used to say like the moon is beautiful. It's a strange relationship with the moon in Japanese kanji and Japanese language, I guess. All right, so next we're going to do a little test over here. Let's see if we can do it. Orokana is foolish. So I'm going to go with B, which is your thinking is foolish. Mijimena is like pitiful. So I'm guessing it's going to be tegasu. And kiyurakana, pure. Maybe water. Izu no nagare. Namerakana, hada. And what's this one? Hazayakana would have to be a what? Color. I think that's correct. Let's just check at the bottom. It's upside down. So one, the answer is B, so that was okay. Two, the answer. So here, you can't see. I'm reading upside down. Two, the answer is A. This is what I said. C, the answer is D. Okay, that's fine. And four, that's E, smooth skin. And five is C, so color. So I got, so I more or less mastered my first run of this page. So we're gonna go to the next page. All right. So here you'll see me doing what I did before I started the stream, which is to double check the meaning of the words. All right, so let's see here. Iku. Kikoku made ato iku hi arimasu ka? These are not, so this ones are, we're not doing adverbs. Aki to iku hi amarimasu ka? Just how many? Okay. 我が is that it? Oh, simple. 我が国の鉄道の安全技術は世界的に見ても高い基準にある。基準 Session. I don't think it's Kijun, so I'm going to double check. So that's right, Kijun. Yeah, that's right, it's wrong. Okay, so that's Suijin is Suyobi. And Jin. Let's just check the reading of this word. And we're going to do this so just so I can read it. I was correct. So the correct reading is Suijin, so I was correct in my interpretation. Okay. Right. So now, where are we? Okay. Kitaru. Maybe this one is going to be easy so far. 運動会は来たる10月10日に行われます。I'm guessing that's the following day. 山に登った黒日は足が痛くてたまらない。It has a different meaning, so let's check that. Akuru. So usually when I do a reading, like especially for a test, or if I'm not studying, I will be guessing the meaning. I'm usually correct. But for a test, especially for this kind of test, you want to have the... Okay, so that's the following thing. Okay. So you want to make sure you have the correct, accurate meaning of the word, because it will... Because you'll see, you'll have your choice, A, B, C, D, and some of the meanings will be very close, and I'll ask you to make a substitute. And some of the substitutes have the same meaning, but have different nuance. So actually, it's really important to have the correct meaning. And you might have noticed this book is completely in Japanese, so there's no English, which is good or bad. Sometimes, if depending on the people who made the book, the English might actually be very misleading. Just like when I used Google Translate and I got solely for Ogosakana, which is incorrect. Or sometimes it'll be correct, but it'll be correct in certain situations. Or it'll be too vague. Like they'll use an easy English word, and the English, like in English, people will use easy words, but they have different meanings in different contexts. So the English context is not there. So often you'll misunderstand. On the other hand, this book is, I don't particularly recommend this book actually, because this book says it's organized by category, and it kind of is. Like these are all like adjectives, and all of these are all, sorry. Yeah, so these are I adjectives, which is fine, except like they have no relationship to each other. They're just a list. That's it. Like here, this is organized too. Like if you look at the beginning, it'll say like level A means that it's using kanji from N2, but the meaning is N1. But I mean, all these words that you're trying to remember are not related to each other at all. Like for example, like haku, which is like when you wear your clothes, and then the following one after that's hiku, like when you're playing the guitar. Like completely no relation, except they all end in ku, which just makes it harder to remember. So that's why I don't particularly recommend this book. Well, I guess everyone's different, but in my case, I don't find that very useful. There are some pictures sometimes, but they're pretty easy ones, like shashin no toru. Okay, that's really easy. But will you have a picture for something like, I don't know, like which one is like shigeru? Like that's something that's difficult, right? Would you have a picture for that? No, you don't have that. So you got the easy ones, Handkerchief or furu. I mean, like, yeah. So this is a picture I used from my other video. So here I changed the. I think it messed up. I put it sideways. I took it sideways like this, and then I tried to fix it, but then it was this way. So it says dobutsu ga hito o also. But I changed it. Shiken ga hito o also. Yeah. So anyways, let's go back. And then there's a test. Which I will be doing one after I finish number 8 here. After this page, there's going to be a test. Right. Anyways, let's go back to the list here. Okay. 沿い。線路沿いに小さな家が続いている。がたい。So far that's easy. ここの取った友達、友人は何ものにも変えがたい。仮に、それが仮に事実だとしても、なんとなっては、今はとなってはどうしようもない。Okay, I'm not sure what 仮に means. あれは仮に事実だと。Even so, maybe. I'm going to double check that. That doesn't seem right. Yeah, suppose it's true. Yeah, that's what I thought. So in this particular context, it's going to be suppose にすればとしてもとすればとしても even if. Yep. So you can see that it has different meanings depending on the context. So yeah. Again, my reading interpretation was correct. Good stuff. All right. ことに. Oh, this is an interesting way to write it. ことに is emphasis, right? 日本って、には Who's this? 日本には少しことに紅葉の季節は見事だ。Just double check that. Yeah, okay. Yeah, 10. Yeah, that's correct. All right. Sudeni. So far this is easy. I already know most of these. I think I know all of them actually. その研究はすでに10年前に発表されていた。I hate this reading. This took me a while to remember last time. 花田申し訳ありませんが、ただいま入場できません。So what does this mean? Really? 花肌. Let's check that once. Yeah, very. Okay. So we're very sorry, but you can't answer. You cannot enter right now. Okay. Where is it? Well, I don't know this one. もっぱら。休みの日にはもっぱら寝てばかりいる。Nothing but? もっぱら。Yeah, so I only do that. Okay. So, if you're one of my students who's watching, like, when I talk about finding meaning from context, that's what I'm doing right now. I don't know this word, but I kind of guessed it because of the other words. Okay. 極めて。病気は極めて 順調に回復しております。That's completely. Or if you play Yugaku Gotoku, Kiwami is the when you completely redid number 1 and number 2. So Kiwamate is like extreme. あくまで彼はあくまで自分の意見を抽象した。あくまで is what would be the English way to say that? Let's check. I'm pretty sure I know the meaning, but just double check what the English is. Yeah, that's not a great translation. Here. This would be this one, like あくまでも自性を上げらない stick to one's opinion. It's not so you can't really translate akumada into English, I think. Akumada means if I were to explain it, after all, the only thing he wants to do is this. This is his ultimate purpose is to do this. Or until the end, he wants to do it. Until the end is complete. It's a little different because it's not. It's just his intention. It's not his actual effort. It's just the intention to do it until the end. Oyobi. Okay, that's easy too. 商品の島は電話およびはがきで受けてつきております。ゆえに This is I studied this in a different book. 子供にしたことをゆえにどうぞお許してください。ゆえ子供のしたことをゆえどうぞお許してください。This is the grammar is different. Okay. After all, it's only something a kid did, so please forgive them. Yue. 並びに。Related. 会場並びにご出席の皆様、本日ありがとうございます。So this is like Narabe means including. So starting with the person who's the most important, which is the leader, the meeting leader, and everybody else who came. Thank you for coming today. And here we have Moshikwa. Wow, the kanji is really interesting. I know this word, but I've never seen this kanji before, or I don't remember. I've studied this book before, but I don't remember. ごライブはバスもしくは地下鉄が便利です。Basically means or. Alright, okay. So let's see if we can remember everything. So now we know the meaning. The meaning is pretty simple. The kanji sometimes can be a bit tricky. So that's going to be the challenge this time. And here we go. 行く、わが、来たる。来る Yes. ぞい、がたい。仮に。Is this ゆえにのことに。That's really, kanji is really tricky, I think. Right. 行く、わが、来たる。Right. 来る、ぞい、がたい。仮に、ことに。I think this is ゆえに。ゆえに。Fuck. すでに。Okay. I think one of the reasons why I don't remember these kanji is that usually they'll be written in hiragana. That's where I know most of these words, but I don't know most of these. 行く、わが、来たる、来る、ぞい、
硬い、仮に、I don't remember. ことに。Right? Yes. すでに。はなはだ。I forgot this. もっぱら。Okay. 行く。行く。我が。来る。来る。ぞい。硬い。仮に。ことに。すでに。はなだ。はなはだ。もっぱら。ひまわえて。あくまで。および。ゆえに。並びに。もしくは。Okay. That was quick. Okay, these are very short and not too complicated. So next, let's do the quiz here to double check. 仮に、right? 仮に100円あったらどうしますか? Oh, I have to find a different a synonym. So, もし B. 電車はすでに出てしまっていた。もう。彼の数学が成績は極めて良い。以上に。我が国が海に囲まれている。私たちの、私。機会は来たる日曜日に送ります。今度の 1A 1B もし Yes 2A Yes 3E Huh? Wait, that's wrong. 3C. Yes. 4E, right? Yes. 5F. あるいは And let's skip this one. Yeah, take it. 本人はもしくは歩行者の方の方にお知らせします。あるいは And 6 would be D.
Okay, now it's time for the tests. So this is part 1 is very similar to the actual test, but the other parts are not. So let's do it. First, この教会はとても厳かな感じがします。1. 彼女は庭の草花にも細やかな愛情をしている。Giving. Here, 2. 関心は穏やかな。3. それでも従順に多数の成績を得るのは極めて難しい。1. 時代年を超えた匠技は次の時代に受けて続いていきたい。華やかな舞台を夢見で毎日の日にあかんWhat's this word? Encourage. I don't remember.
Anyways, this is a test. 我が物の間では、サッカーや野球などが盛んだ。道が混めて私が通勤をもっぱら電車のを利用する。もっぱら is this one. Okay, 2. So this one has little lines. I have to put the correct word inside the line here. Or down here. 毎日寒いが今朝は特に仮に特にゴミを減らすためリサイクルもし1, 2, 3, 4. Right. Let's go back to this one. So, 本に聞いたときには、私が出てしまった。すでに、sorry, that's A here. This is 仮に。Or maybe なるびに I'm not sure. So if the tax increased to 5%, it's 8% now. So this tells you how old this book is. Say he say が5%高くした場合、経済にどんな影響にあるかを計算した。まで並びに仮にあくまではどこだろう。違う。あくまではここかな。難しいな。すでに A。並びにあくまではここがね、ここはちょっと待ってね。仮にって言うんだっけ。ああ、F のままだね。仮はここだ。だね。あくまでここかな。リサイクルはあくまで放送の簡素化をさらに進める必要がある。あくまでだろうことに。Okay. Okay, there's more here. カナダで有学生活を忘れ、固い思いだ。天気の良い日は海岸、ビーチ、それを歩くのは気持ちがいいものだ。子供はみんな可愛いが、自分の我が子供に語るものはない。らしいです。Okay. This is also, so 2 and 3 are not in the test. But if you can answer these questions, you'll probably be okay. 飼い主の捨てられた猫が捨てたから哀れな声で泣いていた。パーティーは 終始、雰囲気だ。穏やか。和やかな。OK。キャスの操作で事件を速やかな返させた。お子供の、これね。そうなんだっけ。すぐやかな。聖書はここからお祈りを申し上げます。子供たちのこうだろうな。見方でなんだね。大柄かな。うん。Now we're down to go to Meishi. Okay, how long have I been doing this? Let's just double check. 46 minutes. Okay, let me just check if anyone is watching. Nobody's watching. Okay. What shall we do? So let me just switch activity here. Let's switch textbook and I can show you the difference between them. Okay? So this was this book, which is, I think it's published in 2010, which would be 12 years old now. But these books don't get updated every year. So next we're going to be going to a vocabulary book that you might have seen over here. It was on the side of my... Oh, my... I want to call it a desk, but it's more like my containers. Right? I'm using as a desk. So this one is a list of 300 words from the N1 list. And you'll see here that I like this book, actually. I generally like this company, this publisher. It's Adaku, or Ask. And this one is fairly new. I think it's 2017. I'm just going to show you, I'm just going to review the first chapter, I guess. And then you can see. All right, so here, this is what I was talking about. So these are all related to a theme. So this is the connection between people. Okay, so you see the number, and it's divided into 5 subsections, and in this, every chapter in this book is divided in the same way. Okay, so here we have, the first one is family, then it's friends, acquaintances, lovers, various relationships. This one has English in it. And the person who did this is, has a pretty accurate vocabulary with nuance. So I do like the English in this particular one. Okay, so in this one, you're supposed to be using a red sheet. If you're outside Japan, maybe you're not familiar with this, but this is a very common way to study in Japan. So you'll see that some of the words are written in red. If you put a red sheet on top of it, it disappears. Okay. And here, I guess what I'm supposed to be doing is look at the English and think about the Japanese meaning, which is the opposite of what I was doing earlier. So here will be mi, ishi, nikyu. And by looking at the English and recalling Japanese, what you're doing is you're working on your production skills, not your comprehension skills, which is good if you want to speak or to write. And you can tell me is Nikyu something. Nikushin. Okay. This process is Haigusha. Is that the same for this one? No, yeah. Okay. Family line isなんとか系だね。系なんだ。かけ。This is not Okasan, it's going to be a more difficult one, maybe Okan. Ofukuro.
The problem with doing it this way, like as you can see, is that there's multiple ways to say mom, so you have to guess which one is it going to be. That is oyaji. Okay, so here we have verbs. And this tells you that this symbol here tells you this is a verb. So the verb for send is okosu. But it's not an easy one. So okosu, yokosu, yokosu. Wife is tsuma janai daro. Jobo, jobo. Danna, teshu. Danna's over here. Warmth. Odayakana? No. Meguri. Mekimori. Be given. Sasu? Sasaru. Sasukaru. Namaeじゃないんだね。Natsukiru. Ah, this is the verb. Natsukiru. But in English you would say name as well. Okay, so yeah. Let's go to the next page. I think we're only going to do section 1 because this is anyways, well, I think I'm gonna do section 1 and we'll see. If everybody's watching or commenting, you can tell me if you want me to continue or do something different. Speaking soundly. Shizukani, odayakani. Shiyasuya. Just mibiri. Jikuni, jikusa. I don't like when there's multiple meanings to the words. Kawaii でしょ？でもkawaii じゃないでしょね、ここ。愛しい。いや、確かの。懐く。I see. Scrounge. Okay, I don't agree with the English meaning here. So they daru. So the beg. Sulk. Suneru. Meijuru. Sashizu. Yokodori. I want to say snatching for this one either because yokodori is often used. My first time hearing this word was when I went to a big camera, which included a different shop, which was what's it called? Anyway, game shop. I don't remember the name. And I tried to use the coupon there, thinking that they're in the same building, and they said no, that's yokodori. I'm like, what? So yeah, yokodori is something really bad, apparently. I was just trying to use the coupon, that's all. And usually in America and in Canada, if you have a coupon from a rival shop, they will honor it, but in Japan they don't. Yeah. But anyways, the problem was solved, so I went to the shop and I used the coupon there. Yeah, rebound. Hanpatsu? Yeah. Yeah, I guess that's okay. So I take back what I said. So if you're trying to go from the English to Japanese, this book is not really accurate. Or maybe it's because I already knew the word, I thought the English was good. Anpatsu is more like if you rebel. So the second meaning would be much more important for me. I guess if you're talking about like light is being repelled, I guess you could go with rebound, I guess. De yep. Okay, so I got that one. Be strained.
関係が悪い。関係が緩い。ぎくしゃく。ぎくしゃく。ぎくしゃく。I didn't remember that one. Talk back. I know this one. いかいす。insist. He had it. He had it. I don't know this one. So this is Mongen. Oh, that's right. Mongen. I don't know. 散々な。深い吹き返り帰り見る as if 姉は知らないことも知ってるよがさもさもしてるかというような話です。Okay, is there one more page? Okay, let's do this and then stop. I have a strong desire to. Yamayana. Okay. Numerically, cycle. Kenko. Kenzai na. Care. Sewa. Itawaru. Pass away. Next shinu. So it's Takai. So go to a different world. Takai. Take over. Uketsuku. Inheritance. So isan. Yeah, so for this one, I think it's gonna be kind of tricky because if I don't remember the exact word they used in this book, I can't really do this. So I guess it might be useful to expand my vocabulary. I'm not quite sure, but I found that doing the other way, where trying to find the meaning of the word, like I did, like covering the word and then find the meaning in English. I think that was pretty good. I don't know if it works very well for the opposite direction. I guess it's worth trying. Okay, so I think I'm gonna stop here because I kind of want to take a break. And I think that eventually I will want to try to do an entrance stream where I will study as long as I can, and you can come and cheer me on and see how long it can last. And if you see me slacking off, you can come in the chat. But then even if no one's watching me, I feel like there are eyes on me, so I think I will not slack off. So I'd be interested if I could do a 8-hour stream of studying. That would be pretty hard. So right now, so far I've done 1 hour. Let's see if I can do 8. So I guess the next step would be maybe so rotate activities and like go here maybe like last time, and maybe try to get to 2 hours next time. Right, so if you, I know that today it's kind of hard for you to follow what I was doing with the book. So if you have any comments, please let me know. If we use the quiz online here, I think it's easy for you to follow with this. And if you have any ideas on how I can show my book more clearly, then please let me know. I think even if I bought a new camera, I would have the same issue, unless I get a 4K camera. So I don't know if I can hold a 4K camera in my hand. I want to use a phone camera. Let's try different ways to stream, maybe. Not just my computer. Anyways, so that's all for today. And so if you were watching, thank you very much for watching. Let me know. Please subscribe and like if you enjoy the content. And if you're watching later, like you're interested in studying with me at the same time, just let me know in the comments, and I'll tell you. I'll try to make a regular schedule so we can both study regularly. It can be study buddies. All right. So thank you very much for coming, and I'll see you next time.